Hello, Global Theater. My name is Gerry Fialka. Today's November 29, 2025. We want to thank Rob Grant and his amazing podcast, I'm Probably Wrong About Everything. Please subscribe. Also want to thank Frank Zappa for introducing me to today's guest, Andreas Rausch. Where are you calling from, Andreas?
I'm living in Bamberg. I was born in a small town, 36 kilometers from here, and it's Bamberg, North Bavaria, Germany.
First question is, what's the best thing for a human being?
Find meaning, whatever it is.
Yeah, find
Find.
meaning. No, I just wrote down a quote at the library. That's amazing. It's I'll dig it up and email it to you. It's pretty amazing you said that. So, what's your favorite form of information? How it comes into you?
Oh, pictures, I think. Pictures, yeah.
Why do you think humans collect or gather information?
To feel complete. There are so many reasons, but I think collectors want to feel complete. People who look for information want to find some truth,
Yeah.
probably.
Is this need or want to collect information more innate or more invented?
I don't know. Innate. It's or maybe I don't understand the question. Not really.
No, that's what most 99% say it's innate. We were born, it's like we're born to eat food,
Yeah,
and we eat food.
yeah,
And so you're saying we're born to collect information. That's fine. I mean, it's in us innately. That's fine. Yeah, you understand the question. Do thoughts create emotions?
yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah, sure.
Fill in the
If
blank.
you're
Oh, go ahead. Say it again.
if you are someone who likes drawing, who turns into the thoughts into something visual, of course, it's because of emotions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fill in the blank. I don't know what I think until I.
Until my gut feels good.
Gut feels good. That is really good. Feels good. Yeah, because my two heroes, Zappa and James Joyce, both had duodenal ulcers. And
Hmm.
that whole thing is changed. They used to say you worry too much and you get an ulcer. So it's all about, I have a gut feeling.
Yeah.
That feels good. That's good. Okay, so
Yeah.
can humans think without language?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But language, what is language? That's the next question, I think. What is language really? I mean, if you look at hieroglyphs or something like that, which we is it writing? Is language sound? Is it a symbol? Yeah, I think yeah, they can think without yeah, hard
Well,
say,
you're answering a question with a question. You win. That's what this series is all about. See, why be nervous? You already won because it's about inventing new questions. So
okay, cool,
yeah,
thank you.
you got a big major point there. Okay, Chomsky says language is not just words. It's a
Yeah.
culture, a tradition, a unification of community, a whole history that creates what a community is. What do you do when language doesn't work? When language breaks down, what do you do?
Phew. I would I would leave the room.
Leave the room. I like that. Um, your observations of humans in general, are we more thinking beings or more feeling beings?
Feeling.
Yeah.
Because thinking sounds always so on a higher level, on
Yeah.
an evolved level. feelings are not always evolved. Feelings, it's like an instinct. Someone beats someone in the face is because of a feeling, but not because he thinks about should I do it now or whatever. I think it's a feeling. Yes,
Yeah.
I would say
Instinct was a good word. It's instinctual, impulsive.
impulsive. Yeah,
Yeah. Bridget Bardot says, when I make love, I don't think. And I'm like, good luck. How do you turn your brain off?
yeah,
And people who meditate say, okay, now think about not thinking. And
yeah,
there's a bumper sticker on a car on my street. It says, don't believe everything you think. And I'm like, well, you could say, don't believe everything you feel.
yeah, yeah. True. Thinking, it's so complex. I like the one sentence when someone says, "Don't think about a cloud," and immediately you think about a cloud.
Yeah.
It's like this. It's a part of all this with the thinking. You know what happens really? We don't know.
It's reverse psychology. Okay, so these are two from Alan Turing in the 50s. One is thinking a function of the soul.
Oh, it can it can give soul a voice, but I think the thinking of the soul, it's um, it's another instinct.
Yeah,
Would say. I think thinking is giving the soul a voice.
a voice. Yes, very good. Second Turing question, can machines think?
Um, no, they
Yeah,
can sample. No, no, I don't think that machines can think. I think they can sample in a breathtaking way and repeat in a breathtaking way, but and like and now there will be light. I think the machine, you have to push the button that there is really light, the light going on. The machines are, I don't know, are not thinking. It's a machine.
yeah. Do you more pursue happiness or more pursue meaning?
Oh, meaning, more meaning. Of course, it's a different question. Of course I want to be happy, but I cannot be happy when something has no meaning. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I
the
got
main.
it from Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning. He says that happiness doesn't tend to last and meaning tends to last. What do you
Ah,
think of that?
yeah, this would explain what I was trying to explain. I
Yeah,
think it lasts. Meaning lasts.
yeah,
Happiness is it can turn easily into an illusion,
yeah,
maybe into something fake, maybe
yeah.
even without you realize it yourself. Meaning is there more, yeah, it's
Does the
meaning,
brain go
happiness.
ahead, say it again?
Meaning Meaning is happiness to
Meaning
me.
is happiness, yeah.
Yeah.
Does the brain more detect consciousness or create it? Like, is consciousness there bubbling away and we're more so detecting it or more
Hmm,
so creating it?
hmm. I think yeah, it's creating it.
Yeah,
It's connecting the dots.
good. Good analogy. What's faster, speed of light or speed of thought?
I think it depends on the person, but I think it's the same speed. I would
Yeah,
not wonder if it's the same speed.
very good.
I think thinking it's like I imagine it like a pinball machine, you know. The pinball is what you want to know, the question, and the pinball machine where the pinball goes through. This is the information. These are the answers. I think dreaming is also like that. I mean, it's like this is also about speed. I heard that when you dream and you tell your dream and it takes a long time. In the end, the dream lasts for seconds while you are sleeping. So there must be something, a very fast collecting. Must there be somehow?
You mean you describe the dream to your partner the next day and it takes 3 minutes, but in essence, it only took 30 seconds when it happened.
Yeah,
Is that what you meant?
yeah. This is what I mean.
Yeah.
This is yes, and this is, I think that's why I think, yeah, a thought maybe probably have the same speed like light.
Yeah. Well, I read an article in the New Yorker a while back, and they were asking the question, which I ask you now. When the baby is inside the mother's womb,
Hmm.
can it dream, or does it need to be outside the womb and have experience to be able to dream? What's your guess?
I think it's able to dream because
Inside the womb?
yeah, why not? I mean it gets it is the food, you know.
Yeah.
It's just another room. It's another room. How the dreams look like, oh, I would like to know, but I think there is something. It's interesting. I see children where I know the parents, and I think, yeah, there is something that doesn't come from the parents. There was something in this package called a child, you know. So I think, yeah, there might be, yeah, there might be dreams in the womb.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like Captain Beefheart. When he came out of the womb, he says, I'm going back in. Yeah, Robin Williams calls it womb service.
Womb service, yeah, that's good.
Okay, the poet Audre Lorde said, you can't dismantle the master's house using the master's tools. Her colleague Yvonne Rainer said, oh, you can if you expose the tools. What new tool do you suggest? And it doesn't have to be tangible.
The new tool. That's, I mean, the master's house. That's a good question. I have to think about it a lot. I think, I don't know. I don't know. You never should be sure if you dismantle anything. It's like if it feels perfect with yourself, with your personality.
Yeah.
I think that's. I think that's. Do you have to dismantle the master's house? Who is
Well,
the master?
yeah, you're asking good questions and they're
Yeah,
valid. It's basically I opened some of these questions with cute quotes. It doesn't mean you have to apply them. You put
yeah.
in the context you want. Basically, what I'm asking, Andreas, is what tool do you most gravitate towards?
Um, yeah, the anything that can create pictures I have
Yeah,
in my head. Now it's the computer. Before it was pen, pencil, watercolors.
yeah.
In the
It's
end, the tool is always then the brain and the hand.
brain in hand. Yeah, that's good.
Hand.
And that's funny because you doing your great videos on Zappa made me think of Frank said you can't change the master's house. You have to work within the master's house to change the master's house. So
Mhm.
you've got to work within the system to change the system. That's one that was one of his mantras. But you know, he did work outside the system a little, but basically he worked in the system.
Yeah.
So I asked this question about the tool, and someone said, well, what about a toy? So what toy do you gravitate towards?
Toy. Oh, I don't know. I collect figures.
Yeah. Collecting figures, you mean like what? Like dolls? Like little
Yeah, like vinyl figures or
yeah,
dolls. This stuff like
yeah,
this pop art
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I
That's good.
create my objects with figures also.
Yeah. What do you worry about when you go to bed at night?
Oh, right now I'm happy that I don't worry about anything,
Yeah.
but it took long.
McLuhan learned from Ezra Pound, the poet, that artists are the antenna of the race. They're broadcasting and detecting the hidden psychic effects of our inventions, so we might learn how to cope with what we don't like about our inventions.
Hmm.
So I asked you the question McLuhan probed his whole career. Why do we ignore the hidden psychic effects of our inventions, even though the artists are broadcasting them to us?
Oh, because of it's more convenient, not
Yeah,
to deeper.
yeah,
It's like if you meet someone on the street and say, "Hello, how are you doing?" And he says, "Oh boy, this was a terrible day." It's like, "Oh, why did I ask?" It's more convenient not to go deep inside. The weather is fine. I think that's the reason. This is
yeah,
also what we have now. This is, I think, this with artificial intelligence, all this fear that comes up and all this stuff. It's like, yeah, it's there is all inside what we don't want to accept, what we have to accept.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like interesting times. Where is art going?
Very much so. Great question. Do artists have a moral obligation?
It's. I think it's. Well, not really. I would not say because this sounds like if they are missionaries, I would say no.
Yeah,
It's like they should be free to do whatever they want and be have the possibility to present it, and the audience can decide. But it's like, yeah, it's also depending on your personality what you are doing. Mine is what I'm doing. I don't want to confront people too much, but
yeah.
I want to have between the lines the thinking about, couldn't it be better if it's like that, or is this the right way, or yeah, that's I mean, it's good if artists, when they have a voice, of course, if they can raise their voice in a creative way to bring divine messages or whatever you call it, uh, because I think morality is something that is a behavior, how we treat each other. That this is good, but you should not be a missionary. Total.
Good words. Are you more afraid of new ideas or more afraid of old ideas?
Um, it's no, I mean, no, I'm not afraid of new or old
Yeah,
ideas. No, it can. No, it's the same. It's all. It can all be good. It can all be terrible. New
yeah.
ideas and old ideas.
Can you conjure up your earliest memory ever or one of them?
Um, yeah, I think it was uh, when I. Yeah, that's terrible. When I was about 3 years old, my brothers locked me under a table and released big spiders because I. This is somehow my first memory. This
You
is
mean real spiders to scare
real
you? Yeah,
spiders, real
yeah.
spiders to scare me. Yeah, this is somehow my first memory.
Is memory more a curse or more a blessing?
It's I think it's not really necessary. It's something that sometimes comes up. sometimes a memory can be a nightmare, and sometimes yeah, yeah, memory. I remember a meal that I eat in 1981 in another city. I remember the building. These are wonderful memories, but other memories can be, of course, nightmares too.
Yeah. Tell me someone within your immediate family who had an impact on you, and what was that impact?
Oh boy. Of course, my racing up was an impact. I think this first memory with the spiders was an impact, but it's not, I would say, my family, I would call the two persons that share with me this apartment. The other part of the family, I don't think so much about it. I mean, I'm happy with myself somehow. So everything what happened in the past uh, lead me to this point. So it's fine. But to put it in words and refresh it, it's I don't know.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah.
Same question outside your immediate family. Someone who had an impact on you, and what was the impact?
Mostly it's people I never met in real life. It's
Well,
for
name.
example Frank Zappa, for example.
Okay, what's we'll get into Zappa deeper, but what's the main impact Zappa had on you? You started to listen to the cassette Overnight Sensation at what age?
I was around 12,
Age 12.
age
And
12,
were you
13.
already obsessed with certain musicians, or this was the first one where you go, I'm into this guy?
I was obsessed with the Beatles. I was 10 years with the Beatles. I was
10
10
years.
I
Yeah,
was years old for my 10th birthday. I got the White Album.
yeah,
And this is what some people would call a life changer.
yeah,
I don't believe in life changers. This is what your question before, like dreaming in the womb or
yeah,
whatever. I think there is something inside us that is there,
yeah.
and so I'm a little bit careful with the word life changer. I think it opened something up in me that was inside me. Yeah, it
But I
was.
mean, basically, if you started at 12 with Zappa, you're 62 now. How many, what is the main thing you got from Frank and listening to him and doing these amazing videos on him in 50 years of consuming Zappa? What did you get from him? Like, sum up one thing you got from him.
I see. I sometimes, maybe I'm totally wrong, but I sometimes see. I think I see similarities in thinking. I think this his basics, where his kind of morality was based on,
Yeah.
or his wisdom. I think there is a lot of stuff he never talked about, but came through in his music or in interviews. I think like he said, books made him sleepy. He knew so much. I mean, he couldn't. I think he didn't take it all from the TV. He must have.
He read books because I read John Keats' poem today,
Mhm.
Beauty is Truth. I said, Frank must have got that manifesto, music is the best from John Keats. He must have read that Beauty is Truth.
Mhm.
It could have been a glance,
Huh.
and
Hmm.
then, Ayn Rand, the Fountainhead, there's an
Hmm.
interview where he goes, did you read Ayn Rand? He goes, I don't know. I can't remember. I was like, what do you mean you can't remember? Either you did or you didn't. But, he read. But when they interviewed him at that point, he said
Huh.
books make me sleepy. So, I
Hmm.
mean, he was well read. He had to be. He couldn't
Yeah.
comment the way he does these deep delves that
Yeah.
you go into on your videos about the CIA and about dream girls, and like, come on, man, that's like, you don't just get that from without research. There's
Yeah,
some research involved. So that's good. You got morality and wisdom you saw his value system reflecting your value system. Is that what you're saying?
yeah. Somehow I saw. I thought when Civilization 3 came out, I thought, okay, there he is. The mystical stuff he was open to. He mentioned it sometimes in a funny way, like this giving names.
Yeah,
The children, when they found an animal, they come to him and said, give it a name. And he made all this Phrenopulax or whatever, and this where he said, I found another interview even from 1970, then much later, where he talked about this culture of giving names, this Egyptian thing.
yeah,
And so I think he was there. Then looking at the artwork, even if he didn't put it down word for word, what Uri Balashov had to create, but in the end he said, "Oh yeah, that's fine. I take it." And then all this hidden stuff on the Grand Vesu album cover in the back, the pyramids in the Joe's Garage artwork. Then suddenly you see Ra, the sun god, in the artwork by John Williams, where he's laying in an apparatus on his back, and over it you see like a microscopic picture of grooves of a long player and needle, and then you have the present day composer refuses to die. All this stuff,
yeah.
I love it. I mean,
Okay,
yeah.
we'll get more into Zappa. That was good because there's three things. Do you know the book Morning of the Magicians?
Oh no.
You should look it up because that's where he got the title, Who is Fulcanelli? So
Ah,
you might
okay.
check that book. You could probably get it free online. The other
Ah,
book, you know what his favorite book was? More Than Human by Theodore Sturgeon. You ever read that?
oh no.
You should check that out because it was also Phil Lesh's favorite book from the Grateful Dead, More Than Human by Theodore Sturgeon. And then the John Williams thing is so funny because in the comments of one of your videos, they correct you because I guess you make an inference that John Williams is the composer.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was great. It's like you mixed them up. But my friend Khalil Sabah had a conversation with John Williams, the composer, who's won
Uh-huh.
like a gazillion Oscars and did the soundtracks for a million movies. He
Uh,
says, "What do you think of Zappa?" And John Williams says, "Very important." So there is a connection with both John
what did
Williams.
he say? What did he say?
He said something like, "What do you think of Frank Zappa as a composer?" And John Williams, the composer, said,
Yeah,
He's very important."
cool. He's right.
Yeah. So, did your parents raise you a particular religion?
Not really. I mean, I was baptized. We call it evangelisch, Protestantisch. I don't know much about this. I didn't research. It was like there was not. It was normal. It's like in the
Yeah.
community of the city, the people were Catholic or evangelisch. Nothing else existed, and it depends on your parents what you will be. You are a baby. They go to church, they baptize you, and
Yeah.
that's it. And then every Christmas, with my father going to church because mother was cooking, preparing the Christmas meal,
Yeah.
and it was like for me, it was all like kind of a show, a Christmas show. I never liked the atmosphere when I was in a church. It was so deep, so there was no
Oh,
joy.
yeah.
It was, yeah.
Do you pray?
Not really that I kneel down, but I think every time I would say I yeah, there is a secret talking when I make a picture. It's also a praying.
Yeah.
It's like Creating is praying to
Good.
whatever.
If God exists, what do you want God to say to you after you die?
Um, Over there.
Very good. You're a unique guy. Okay, do evil people exist or does evil use people as a vehicle?
That's a good question. Uh, Both,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah,
I think because it would be like I said, in the womb, there is something.
yeah,
So that could also be the negative thing, you know.
yeah.
The- Probably, yes.
The hidden question though, Andreas, is basically how do you advise someone to deal with an enemy? And I'll set it up. Alan Watts says, if you acknowledge your enemy, you empower them. Coppola stole from the mob and the samurai. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. JFK said, forgive your enemy, but don't forget their name. And Fellini says, I need an enemy. So it's a
Hmm.
lot of thoughts. The basic question is, how do you advise someone to deal with an enemy? But first, how would you respond to Alan Watts? If you acknowledge your enemy, you empower them.
Um, no, I cannot agree.
Yeah,
I cannot agree because it's like it sounds to me so dreamy, all these things, They sound so absolute, but there are so many nuances. I mean, I have to know my enemy, how I can deal with him, And there
yeah,
are people where you just have to say, uh, better take a peaceful bow around them, don't
yeah.
don't interfere with them. You cannot change. It's like, I mean, stop them if you see that they do something to someone who is weak. This this I would protect the weakest. But this with the enemies, it's hard. And it's even enemies are individuals.
It's true.
You
No,
cannot.
you said something American Indians, indigenous say your enemy's your best teacher.
Hmm.
Okay. Nassim Taleb said games were created to give non heroes the illusion of winning. In real life, we don't know who wins or loses, but we can tell who a hero is. Gregory Bateson says when the criminal gets caught, does he go, whoa, my criminal skills weren't up to snuff? Or does he go, oh, I did something wrong?
Hmm.
Basic question is, does punishment work?
Oh boy. I'm I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Punishment. No, I don't think punishment works.
Yeah,
It's it don't goes. It has to be something that has to happen to this person. That's super big,
yeah,
Punishment that don't will not work. I think it's this person has to lose something that's important to him or her, and yeah, there has to be some action in the life of this person. I cannot make action. It's like the question if we should keep away evil persons from good persons. It's like someone who walks amok. Yeah, if this is punishment to put them away, yeah, then punishment would save others. But looking at this person, I don't know. There has to happen something really big in the life to change the mind of a person.
yeah. James Joyce was the first projectionist in Dublin. He basically checked out. He said, this is stupid. Why should I go inside a building and see a movie of a tree when I can go outside and see a real tree? Years later, Faulkner said, sometimes the best fiction is more true than journalism. Why do we have to recreate things in order to get them? Why do we have to go to a theatrical play of people acting out life? Why don't we just live life?
Um, because we love entertainment, and that's part of entertainment. I liked it that Frank Zappa, for example, always said like, "Oh, I'm an entertainer."
Yeah.
There is also very much in it. For me, of course, he's much more than an entertainer, you know. For me, he's a down to the ground saint. If I wanted, I could pray to him if I want. He will
Yeah.
not walk on water. I mean, all saints should be human.
Yeah. It's a good point.
So entertainment, yeah, we like entertainment. We like, something that comes from the outside that lightens our mind. And this is something which we didn't know, we didn't create ourselves. That's yeah.
Walk us through your tipping point. Yours in your career. You basically started as a potter. Is that
Yeah,
correct?
sure,
Okay.
yes.
What was the first thing that made you want to be a potter? Were you in grade school or high school or college and you said, "Oh, I
Oh,
want to do that." How'd that start?
I it was in the end because of my mother. She liked to buy dishes and stuff, and all my siblings, they were like they were very supported by my parents. My father was with a how do you call it? It's not only the mail, it's the telecom, whatever, you know. He was a mechanist, and he looked for my siblings that they have a job that they have for all their life, you know, with money. And
Yeah.
I was terrible in school. I had to go long to school. I was the babysitter of my siblings' children. I was always at home. I couldn't move out. I had no money until I was 28, and I didn't know what to do. And my mother said, "There's a potter. Let's go there and see if he needs someone." And then I became a potter.
And you
But
like that? Did
what?
you like your career as a potter?
Yeah, then yes, because there were what I liked it was when it started in art history in school for the potters. We talked about there was a Japanese potter, Hamada. He was a living art treasure, the only living art treasure in the world, and how he made it. That pottery has something to do with the four elements, or even in Japan, it was they have five elements. I think they have wood is also an element. And he, when he was creating his stuff, it had a different kind of meaning. And for me, the work on the potter wheel, sitting on the potter wheel, it was like really, I was a potter when I was working on my book, Sabaesk. And this work, it has something meditative that was quite beautiful. This this
No.
was
Yeah. Okay, so then how did you switch to illustration? You said pottery didn't make enough money, or there's some, were you illustrating all while you were a potter? How'd you get into graphic art?
I was always drawing next to it. The book, most of the part of the book was I made in the evening. I had times where I slept 4 hours a night because after 8 hours job, I wanted to draw or write down my ideas and connect all this stuff. And then it was like that potter was a job that was like people didn't need it anymore,
Yeah.
you know. And it was like that potteries, they had to, they need a new chimney because the laws changed. They found out that in some glasses there is something you cannot use anymore, and it became more and more expensive to have a pottery run. and you would have to make a cup, super expensive, and it was like, yeah, it was like dying out. There were only like families who worked as potters together, but lived very long. And I lost my job, and then I decided, what's left? What am I? I can draw a little, and then I started to be an illustrator.
And you
And
got paid. That was a paid job. You could get paid to be an illustrator.
um, I it was like I had to look for jobs. I had to
Right,
run for jobs.
right.
And I made like it started with like menu cards for
Yeah,
restaurants,
yeah,
for beer bottles, labels,
yeah.
and then postcards. And then I worked for a comics art magazine, made little drawn advertisements for little local companies, a bakery or whatever, little small shops that wanted a nice illustration. I did this. And then it was like suddenly when I was in the comic shop, I was just packing out the new postcard series that arrived. Someone came in and he was from the movies they made here in the city. They wanted to make they made a movie for cinema, and he said, "Yeah, comic books. Do you know any illustrators?" And the guy behind the cashier said, "Yeah, this guy there with the postcards." And yeah, and suddenly I gave him some works I did, and suddenly I was with the movies. And I worked for 10. I first I worked for the Requisite. I made stuff. And then they ask, did you do storyboards? No. Yeah, we thought that. Would you like to do storyboards? Yes. We thought that. And then suddenly I was a storyboarder. And
You
this was,
still you still do storyboards?
no, it
Okay,
was,
so let's skip ahead now to you wrote your book.
yeah,
It came out 20 years ago, right?
yes,
You
20,
spent 7 years on your book.
yeah.
Okay, and then you've done your videos for about 2 years.
My videos, no, the videos, no, no. I had a video channel. I made it 2 years ago. But with the videos, I think I started half a year ago.
Oh, okay, your Zappa videos are a half a year ago.
Yeah, they are not so old.
Let's put it together. The book and the Zappa videos.
Yeah.
Screenwriting teacher told me great art is when you can clearly see the intention of the maker. Kubrick says the opposite. Great art is when you can clearly not see the intention of the maker. What role does intention play in you making your book and doing your Zappa videos?
It was with the book it started. Yeah, it started somehow all to entertain me.
Yeah.
I have it. I have ideas. I write them down or I draw them down, and then suddenly with the Zappa book, I never thought that I will publish it or it will be published. It was just a fan art. I started, and it was like if I don't write it down or if I don't draw it, I will forget it. But there is something special, something that tells me a lot about the whole world, and this is how it started. And then yeah, it's
So, okay, hold it there. Did you self-publish the book or did you get a publisher to publish it?
no, I found a publisher.
Oh, good. Okay,
I
how many copies have you sold about?
it's like 1,600, 1,700
Right.
maybe.
Okay, now your videos, what role does intention play in your videos?
um hmm.
Same or different?
Yeah, somehow the same. I started to make it for me. I didn't. It started like, hey, you with your supper knowledge, you could be a YouTuber. You know, why not put a camera and talk about Frank Zappa, which is not. I'm too shy. I'm nervous right now still. But then there was also like, I like these stories, you know, I like this stuff that's happening in the work of Zappa, but that's also connected to all the world somehow. I mean, everything is happening all the time. What he's talking about, it's, yeah, the history of mankind in the end.
Okay,
And
now the thing about the videos is they're well written. The text is well written. So you said you were writing all your life, but you had to write some text for your book. There's text
yeah,
in your,
yeah, 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 of course,
so
yes.
you're learning that. And so where did you learn English? In grade school and high school, you had to learn English, or was it a choice? Or tell me your history of learning English.
Oh, I had to learn English in school, but it started very late. I think it was in the sixth grade. Today they start very early, and I was terrible in English. And but I started to buy translation books, German, English, and when I had song lyrics that were on the cover or something, I translated them by myself. And then it was like, when I became a comic fan, I mostly bought English comics.
Comics.
Yeah, comic books. Reading English comic books, that helped a lot because
What comic books? Underground comics like R. Crumb or super
underground
not
underground comics and graphic novels now, you would
oh
say now.
graphic novels, but not Superman and
No,
Spider-Man.
no,
No.
no.
Okay.
As a kid, yeah, but now I like Charles Burns or
Yeah.
Dave McKean or yeah, this.
Okay. Now do you buy all the Zappa books and read all the Zappa books and analysis online? And do you study that, or you come up with it on your own?
It's a mixture, of course. It's a
Who's your
mixture.
three favorite Zappa scholars that you've read?
Uh, that I read.
Yeah,
Oh,
you know, you read their book
I
or
like Charles Ulrich's book, The Big
okay.
Note,
Who else?
is fantastic. Absolutely.
Who else?
Then I never read it in a whole, but Ben Watson's book, The Negative Dialectic of Play, was always something weird,
Yeah.
strange. I mean, it was like I
And
got it when I was ready with my script for Zappa. That was also something special because I looked in the appendix, the names, what he used, and I looked if he had something about Socrates or whatever, what I was thinking about. And he had even tons more than I ever thought about in connection to Frank Zappa. And that was
yeah.
this book, yeah, Ben Watson's book.
One more Zappa person. Anybody else? Charles, Ben, one more. Anybody else?
Um, Now immediately, I don't know.
Okay, do you know Andrew Greenaway well?
Yeah, Andrew Greenaway is yes, I have his books too. Yes. Andrew Greenaway is like, I didn't mention him because I follow him every day in social media.
Yeah. And how about going to Zappanel? Did you ever go to Zappanel?
I was two times there,
Two
but I'm
times.
not, yeah, two times in
Okay.
2005 and 2008.
2005 and 2008.
Yeah,
Okay.
long time ago.
Yeah. So now did you read other authors growing up? Anybody else, just books aside from Zappa? any authors anywhere in the world?
Um,
Did any other literature people have an impact on you?
an impact? No, I don't know if impact is the right word. I know an author. I love him. He's here from the city. He's a children books author. He's his one of his children books was turned into a movie, and that's how I made the connection.
What's
And
his name?
Paul Maar,
Spell it.
Paul, like Paul, and then Maar.
Okay. That's good. So now, but you're not a reader in general. You don't read books a lot.
No, it's strange. My bookshelves are full, but if someone asks me, I don't know what book I have. I have a problem to read novels. I
You're saying you do read, you just don't know how to say, oh, it's this author or that. Do you read regularly or you don't read?
I read. I
Oh,
read. Yes. I
okay.
mean,
Because you got to read because the text on your videos is well written. So you type it all out and then you
yeah,
feed it into AI and you have this English voice read your text as the
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Okay. And so Duchamp said there's no art without an audience. How much are you thinking of your viewer on YouTube or your reader of your book when you're making them?
Uh, while I'm making it, not a second.
Yeah.
It's like I really I enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
like I don't know. Sometimes I feel like a medium. I wonder where does this come from? This is so
Yeah.
cool.
No, that's good. Okay. So now McLuhan says everything we invent extends some humanness.
Hmm.
Knife and fork extends our teeth.
Hmm.
Shutter in a camera extends our eyelid. And
Hmm.
maybe non tangible, say religion or philosophy, extends consciousness.
Hmm.
What is the You started as an illustrator. Your main thing was a pencil or a pen.
A pose. What was in reach? What
Yeah.
was in reach and left a line.
What
That's
what does the pen or pencil extend for you? What humanness?
what human is. The um, the imperfection of the perfect thing somehow. I don't know. It's hard to
Well, no,
answer.
that's a good answer. It extends imperfection.
Yeah, it's like
But
it.
are you facet? Do you like want to draw correctly? I mean, your graphics on your videos
Huh?
take some time. You know, you
Yeah,
created your little character, but the collage is
yeah,
like drawing. It's like Kurt Schwitter or
yeah,
John Herfeld.
yeah,
They cut magazine
yeah,
pictures out.
yeah. This
You
is
know,
what
so
I.
you're doing that with the computer. It's the same sort of thing, but
Yeah.
you're not lackadaisical. You spend a lot of time, or you just throw them together and don't care.
No, I. It has a meaning. It has to be the perfect thing, and this is.
I know I'm saying it has to be perfect, but that's because you want to work hard at doing a good job. That's what
Yeah,
you're saying.
I want it. I want it.
Where'd you get your work ethic from?
I have no idea.
Dude, you're supposed to say your parents. That's what everybody says. Were
Oh
you
no.
were your parents hard workers?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, sure, yeah.
Isn't Germany known for everybody being a hard worker?
Yeah, and
No
yeah,
slackers.
no slackers. The slackers have a hard time.
But do you consider yourself a slacker in life?
No, I'm
No.
I or I understood you wrong. If I consider myself a slacker,
Yeah, that's what
uh,
I asked.
if yeah, maybe from society, I think.
For some aspects, but for your art, you're not a slacker.
Yeah, absolutely not. It has to be like that. It's yeah, yeah. I put a
Well,
lot.
is that what you got from Zappa? He's a workaholic. He never stopped working. Are
No,
you are you a workaholic? Do you know how to chill out?
it's this is when you ask me when I go to bed before what my
What do you worry about?
what I'm worrying about. This is maybe unfinished work or what I'm worrying about.
Yeah.
This is like yeah, uh, yes. I'm not used that someone that my work is so appreciated. You know, in my family itself, it was like no, no. This was they didn't accept it. I was the outsider. But
But did they
I
call you a failure?
yeah, somehow.
Did they say you were lazy?
Well, that's family history is a hard thing. It's it's
But they're all your how many brothers and sisters do you have?
I still have one brother and one sister. My sister is 15 years older. My brother is 3 years older, and I had a brother. He died because of cancer in 2007. He was 12 years older.
The two siblings that are living, what do they do? Are they success or they're what do they
They have the average success
do?
of a working German person.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So let's go into Zappa.
Hmm.
What you told me you mainly got from Zappa was morality and wisdom.
Yeah, somehow.
Can you expound on that? Because is it more because you go into analysis? Did you ever study literature criticism, movie reviewers? You know, when you were reviewing comic books,
Hmm.
okay, maybe we'll go into the taste word. Let's try this.
Hmm.
Start. My friend says the three T's of music are taste, theory, and technique. So,
Mm-hmm.
technique, you learned how to draw. Zappa knew how to draw black dots on white paper.
Hmm.
Theory is structure.
Hmm.
He knew how to form harmony, melody, rhythm,
Hmm.
all these structure things. You
Hmm.
learned how to structure in little boxes and
Hmm.
draw cartoons.
Hmm.
Taste is what you gravitated to.
Hmm.
You gravitated towards the Beatles and Zappa. You didn't gravitate towards ABBA and Barry Manilow.
Hmm.
I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay, so how does one acquire taste?
Taste.
You know what taste is?
Yeah, taste.
Yeah, it's like what you said earlier, gut. How
Yeah,
do you
it's
but how do you acquire that? Like why did you go to Zappa and not Barry Manilow?
it felt better,
Yeah.
and nobody played Barry Manilow records to me.
That's exposure.
Yeah,
Who played you Zappa music? Older
it
brother?
was, it was no, it was classmates, class
Classmate?
in school. Yes, the
In
first thing.
high school or grade school?
I don't know. It's gymnasium, you say in Germany. I think it's some kind of high school, pre-high school.
It's high school. Did you go to college?
No,
You
I
didn't go to okay. So in high school, your classmates started playing you Zappa and you got attracted to it.
Not really. That was a strange thing because they were connected to all these rumors around Zappa, what he did on stage and was eating, and all these disgusting rumors. And there were guys who he used Zappa like an alibi for their disgusting behavior. And then it was like after I was first not interested. We were in this time in the 1970s. It was like we met at someone's house. They had a turntable, and the guy bought three new records. It was not like you could buy all the time records. When you met there, and he put on, I heard a melody, and I was totally like, "What is this? It's amazing!" And it was "Village of the Sun" by Frank Zappa, and that hooked me totally. So he played the Roxy album, and that hooked me totally. I thought a person who write these melodies don't take us on stage.
Wow. So you really started with Roxy, but the first thing you bought was Overnight.
It was on cassettes. I had long time only cassettes. The first album I bought after I had Suit Elios and Overnight Sensation, and mostly on cassettes because I couldn't buy records. The first thing I bought was Shake Your Booty in '78.
Okay.
This was
At what age? Age are you?
there. I was 17 then.
Okay, so now that's you've been into Zappa 50 years. So it improves your English. And where did you start going? I want to analyze the deeper meaning.
Hmm.
Where's because are you reading lit crit? You know what literature criticism is people who write or people who interpret the Bible or Shakespeare.
Oh
So
no.
it's analysis. I
Yeah.
mean, isn't that what you're involved in with your videos is analysis?
Maybe yes. I never thought about it.
That's probably why you're good at it.
Yeah.
So how do you form these insights? Do you study pop culture outside of Zappa? Or do you just trust that what he's saying is the real deal? Because, you don't see many Zappa videos that
Hmm.
really go deep into what you're doing, which
Huh.
is psychoanalyzing
Hmm.
the deeper political and social meanings. I mean, Ben does it a little. Everybody does it a little. Ben does it a lot, maybe. But
Huh.
there's a little, you know what I'm trying to say, Andreas? It's a little deeper than
Hmm.
going, oh my God, Frank plays these notes and then he shifts to these notes and he shifts the time signature. And it's
Hmm.
all about, there's two things, form and content.
Hmm.
Form is
Hmm.
complex music. He
Hmm.
writes nice melodies or whatever, but it's
Huh.
pretty complex. The
Huh.
content is
Huh.
something you're not really taking on the form of the music. Oh,
Huh.
he jumps from the time signature here to here.
Huh.
You're talking about the CIA and Dreamgirls.
Huh.
So how did you get versed into talking about that?
It's just because I think uh, I his stories make so much sense. He's to me not a weirdo.
Yeah,
He makes sense. It's
yeah,
based on something,
yeah.
and if I know it, I mean, I think the first time when I thought that I have to do something about it and make an extension of a song was when I heard Stinkfoot. Stinkfoot. It was like ha 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 ha. Okay, stinking feet. We all have stinking feet. Ha 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 ha. It was July. His boot was too tight. But then he says bromidrosis. And if you take a book, and look into the book, then bromidrosis, yes, brom, everything. You see the chemicals, the molecules, how stink is built up. It's very, very, very scientific. And we are still in a song called Stinkfoot. And then this is why I have the dog, really. Then there is the dog who starts to talk about conceptual continuity. And this was really when I wanted to know, I wanted to find out what what can conceptual continuity really mean, and
Okay.
why
What does it really mean for you?
I think it's really also including that stuff what a baby dreams, and maybe shows up in the life outside now, out of mommy's swamp. It's the one thing that makes a person unique. That is like yeah, when it shows up. A person who is not himself maybe could also go through life and doing quite fine. But the special moments is when the person is the person it always was, will ever be, like really something. This is maybe connected to what you ask with the soul, if it's what is creating consciousness and everything. There is a lot of stuff that's going on that I like to think about, and conceptual continuity is yeah, where is this special thing that makes this person so unique? And where does it show up even if you don't want it to show up? Where you cannot hide your personality. This is there. And then the next question would be, who made this concept? And then the question is there a God? And all this stuff. This is what I really love, and I don't care what it. I feel good with myself and with my life, and then if it's my thoughts, wonderful. If
That
other
you
feel
can,
anything, wonderful.
you mean that you can express your thoughts
Yeah, this
through
is,
your video and your book.
yeah, and through myself every day, how I am. I think
Yeah.
this is when you mentioned Duchamp, I mean, it's like he said art is life. He also said that breathing, and this is something, yeah, I mean, I would say art happens even when no one is looking, when nobody is realizing it. And this is what I love to think about. Oh boy.
How many Zappa albums did you consume when he was alive? So he made 60 albums in 30 years. Not after he died. Those 60, have you consumed all of them?
um, yeah, I think so.
How
Yes.
many after he's died? There's been over 100. A lot after or not a fraction? About how many?
Oh, I'm only missing in the end these Halloween mask boxes. I have
So
one, but
you
I,
mean
I
you have every hundred, you have over 100 post death.
yeah, and a lot of bootlegs. This
Okay.
was also something. For example, for me, it was really totally exciting that when I heard, I mean, Stick It Out, I didn't like it when I heard it first. I was not a fan of the Zappa songs that have sex in it, because maybe because of this classmates, this disgusting, who used him as an alibi. But through a bootleg, I found out that Stick It Out is in the end a part of the Sofa Suit. And then the Sofa Suit is the story, Frank Zappa's story of creation of the Genesis in his way. But then I thought, this is so brilliant. The ideas are so brilliant and so wonderfully turned around. You can only turn around something when you know exactly what it is. So I was not, I mean, this For example, this once a Catholic interview I I know now for half a year. It was like, yeah, he knew what he knows what he's talking about. I think if he would not know something exactly, he would not talk about, or he wouldn't have talk
Yeah.
about.
Do you do you have the Genesis book by R. Crumb?
Yes, I have it.
Okay, so you're aware of R. Crumb.
Yeah.
You're a fan of R. Crumb?
Oh, it depends. He has, I love his drawings, absolutely. I mean, what he did in the late 60s was probably quite important. Nowadays, he would have no chance anymore to start with it. Like this, the sexual revolution, he couldn't, yeah, it would not work today. I respect him totally.
Yeah.
I wrote now by Dan Nadel the biography of Crumb. He wrote,
Yeah.
uh, it was like quite interesting, but it's like, yeah, it's like, well, a lot about mental health.
Did you see the movie Crumb?
Yeah,
What'd you think of that?
uh, it's a hard watch. It's
Yeah.
quite interesting. It's super interesting. I love biographies, of course, how something, maybe this is also where some conceptual continuity is hidden in there. I mean, no matter how tragic it was or how crazy it was in Crump, you can understand his drawings, his background, how he wanted to free himself and everything. Yeah.
Okay, Andreas, really good. There's a line in a song, you tell me the title. You don't want to see what's behind my eyes. What Zappa song is that?
The no, it's not Zombie Wolf, or no. You don't want to. Yes, it's on. We're only in it for the money. No.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. It's I think it's Token of His Extreme or Outside Now. I don't know. You don't
Yeah.
want to see what's behind my eyes. That line,
Ah, yeah.
is that Frank talking to you, the analysis, the person who analyzes his lyrics, or is he talking to the consumer kid who just wants to use Zappa to hear poo poo caca lines? Who is Frank talking to in that regard? You don't want to see what's behind my eyes.
Huh. Um, I think, yeah, the listener.
Any listener, whether it's the sophisticated or the kids who like the shit jokes, it doesn't matter. He's talking to any listener.
I think, yeah, why not? I
Okay,
have.
why is he saying that? What's
Oh,
your take? Why would he say that when indeed he has stimulated you to try to look what's behind his eyes? Aren't you trying to see what's behind his eyes?
um, I would also like to see it's so connected. I would also like to see what's going on with me, you know. Maybe it's Frank Zappa is an impulse that make me think about this stuff. Like I said, I see some similarities, and I was quite happy when when I found some. But
Wait a minute, wait a minute. You're
yeah,
saying he stimulated you to look behind your own eyes. Is that what you're
yes,
saying?
somehow yes,
Self
because
reflection. He's
yeah,
saying you hear his lyrics and you go, I'm going to reflect on myself because of what he's saying.
I have to say it's more his instrumentals that make me think, because it's like I don't find it anymore. There was like I think he was a master in that. I read somewhere that he thought first there is when he was that music is a vibration, you know, all this stuff. Music, you cannot see the notes flying through it. But he was at a funeral of his grandma, and they sang Kyrie, and he saw how the candles were moving while the choir was singing. And then later I read something that he found out that the NASA, I think, made some tests, underwater tests on dolphins with like sonar stuff, also like vibration, sound, and everything. And he was like, in this interview that I don't find anymore, he was quite convinced that notes can go into body parts, you know. It can it can give you it can set a feeling free. And sometimes I think, oh fuck, maybe I'm one of these dolphins, you know. And Frank Zappa is the NASA. And
Okay,
he's
hold it
it's
right there. If you you're saying you read it, but then you can't find it now.
I
If
can find it.
okay,
Even
if you ever find it,
yeah,
you send me a link to it, or
yeah,
send it.
yeah,
Don't even send the link. Just copy
yeah,
it and paste it in the email.
yeah,
But but you're saying his instrumental, but you don't. Your Thingfish
yeah,
book video doesn't talk about instrumentals. It's talking about, Dale Bozio and showing how hustlers spread. And you're talking about content with words.
yeah,
So
yeah,
there's still some reflection on him opening up the floodgate for you to review yourself, but
yeah,
there's something deeper. Are you making up theories about what Frank is doing that you haven't read in Charles Ehrlich or Ben Watson? Do you make up your own theories, or new questions or new metaphors?
yeah. I'm looking for it. I'm researching for it. My idea, what I think I see there, you know, like the Rhonda figure. Who could it be? So what is important to find out who this Rhonda is? Because in the Singfish story, she's not only the housewife with a high-pitched voice who gets an argument with Harry. She's also, I mean, she has this briefcase, she has this pen where she has a really special relationship to it. What does this mean? I mean, it's like she has her documents inside, she has Warner Brother files, you
So
know?
wait, let's stop there for a second. You're saying she's like Devil Prada film. She's like this sophisticated Tina Brown editor for Vanity Fair. She's got a pen and a briefcase. She's a feminazi. Is that what you're saying?
She's all. She's some kind of all. She's like
Oz. Wait, what's that word? OZ? She's Oz?
she's all, everything.
Oh, she's everything.
She's
Yeah.
everything. She's
Yeah.
an amalgam of it.
Yeah.
She has not only her weak moments, you know, she's
Yeah.
not only like in Hustler magazine,
Yeah.
naked and an object. She sings, if you agree with her or not, but she has yeah, in Frank Zappa, she could be many persons. She could be a symbol for a lot of stuff that was happening in these times. And so I thought, if you have she's sometimes with Harry, she's also like supporting him when he goes crazy there in the theater, but at the same time she's judging him and calling him a worm, and that she can reproduce yourself. This is all very this is for me, Thingfish is like a Dada poem on real events, and this is what I was interested. And when I'm looking for these things, yeah, I think Thingfish is it deserves more
Oh yeah.
attention somehow. It's really great. It would be weird, uh, a musical like that. Of course, nobody wants to dance to AIDS or something like that, or feel comfortable with it. But he's also, of course, if you put this all aside, he's talking about this is what I also say, morality. He's for the weak people. He's for the people that some people want to push away. We don't need them. Don't want to see them. He's fighting for them. That's what I like.
Okay, where did you get that sensibility? Frank is for the weak person, the fringe, the oppressed.
Uh,
Where did you get that concern in your life? The way your parents raised you, or on your own?
oh yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, it was. I'm happy. Like I'm happy with myself. I mean, let's say
But
next
that,
to let
Andreas, that's like compassion for other people. Where did you learn to be compassionate for the downtrodden? Where did you learn that? On your own or from your parents?
on I had to learn it on my own because of my parents. I was once upon a time, I was like this guy, let's say, in One Flew Over the Cuckoo Net, the guy who, when he hears the word mama, he cannot speak anymore, you know. And this happened when I was over 40, that someone, my dying brother, told me some secrets about my life. And this was like, yeah, absolutely crazy. And this next to this, my first memory, I would say, my to the spiders, what I told you before. I mean, I think there was a reason why they catch
But
spiders.
you, but you
It,
experienced being the oppressed one so that
yeah,
you could relate to it.
yeah,
You could
this,
relate to them. I'm
yeah,
asking, I'm asking about your compassion for them. You're saying I'm being oppressed.
yeah.
How did you develop a compassion for other people who are being oppressed? You just go, oh, I've been there. I can feel that. Or did you learn that empathy, morality from the the way your parents and your family treated you and your school taught you? Did you learn, oh, I'm going to be compassionate to other oppressed because I am oppressed,
Huh.
but why be compassionate?
Um, it's I don't know. I cannot
Yeah.
answer this. This would be. I mean, I have. Lord have mercy for the now we should play Strictly Gentile in the background. you know Frank Zappa's Strictly Gentile. It's like this song, the sound of this song, the mood of this song. This is you should give. Yeah, it's like there are weak people, there are oppressed people. It's like I don't know, I cannot really explain it. It's a hard question.
No, that's good. Okay, now back to
Yeah,
that line. You don't want to see what's behind my eyes. Is
yeah.
Frank literally saying, hey, Andreas, you don't want to see this? Or is he saying it to encourage you to investigate it? Because it seems as though you are motivated to see what's behind Frank's eyes.
Yeah, because I think what's behind Frank's eyes is bigger than Frank.
Yeah. He can't even explain it, you're saying.
It's like no, no, I don't know. In this case, I really would have to research where this line is from and how it is connected to the album where it's on, and
Okay.
how it's like if it's with a rhyme, because does it something have to do maybe Rausch is, I think, also based on his trauma he had in Cucamonga when the police get him and he
Yeah.
went to jail for 10 days, you know. It's
Yeah.
like, maybe you don't want to see behind my eyes. This is something. This is where I think with overnight sensation, with one size fits all, it was the first time where he started a little bit to talk about this stuff, you know, his uprising with religion or spirituality. He is going to jail. It was like it was the morality of the people who lived there. The Holy Roller Church was included. It was like where he had to question a lot. What I'm just innocent, you know. I'm an entertainer, and I'm now this guy tricks me, you know, and it maybe in things he believed in were suddenly telling him that you are not one of us, you know, freaks, you know. But
Yeah.
this is maybe also this I would this I would have to research to give a proper
Okay.
answer, you know?
Well, have you seen the movie Freaks?
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't I propose this? We got about 3 more minutes, and then let's do a part two so we can get deeper into all these other topics. And then
Yeah.
you can research that line. You don't
Yeah.
want to know what's behind my eyes. And
Yeah.
you can report back to me or maybe do another amazing video on that line alone.
Yeah.
And so let's close out this
Okay.
this part one, and I thank you so much. It's
You.
really it's really been fun, and I learned a lot, and I appreciate your art is amazing.
Thank
Um,
you
and
much.
and so if you could ask Frank Zappa any question or say anything to him, besides fanboy aside, what would
Huh.
you ask him?
Oh boy. What is your conceptual con
That's too easy. Give me another one.
um if he what books he read really?
You mean what books made an impact on him?
Yeah, what books made an
Yeah.
impact on him?
Because have you ever read Crowley?
No, not really. Only what
Okay.
I see in the internet little parts.
Because when Ahmed had the big auction
Huh?
to
Yeah,
sell all of the stuff,
yes,
and
I saw.
there were some Crowley books there.
Yeah,
Now we don't know if someone just gave him some
yeah,
Crowley books and they were on the shelf, or
yeah,
that he read them.
yeah,
He insinuates in one of those interviews that he did read Crowley a little, you
yeah,
know.
yeah,
So I mean, I would if I was you, you should do a whole video on More Than Human by Theodore Sturgeon. Why is that Phil Lesch's favorite book and Frank Zappa's favorite book?
yeah,
And uh, it is, you know, why is Eraserhead one of his favorite movies?
yeah,
Have you ever
yeah.
seen Eraserhead?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
David Lynch said it's his most spiritual movie.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, to that.
David Lynch is a much like a Louis Buñuel wannabe. Have you ever seen any Louis Buñuel films?
Yeah, sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Like, yeah, amazing. It's like I always think about Louis Buñuel when I also see the one size fits all back cover. There must be a reason why there are ants, you know? What does
Oh yeah.
ants mean? In my book, I made ants, you know. It's like when three angels show up because Frank Zappa sings in Elvis Just Left the Building. He also sings about angels and
Yeah.
everything. It's always in my book, there are showing some ants up. If you
Yeah.
see three angels on a page, you will see three ants you know, and this is like, and
Well, that's Buñuel is he's obsessed with insects. Have you read his book, My Last Sigh?
no.
You might read it. It's one of the best books about film ever. My
Okay.
Last Sigh, SIGH. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm going to hit the stop button now, but I
Okay.
want you to stay on.
Yeah.
Don't leave because I want to talk to you for a couple minutes off camera. And
Okay, cool. Okay.
I'm going to give you my official ending. Andreas, that was amazing.
Thank
I hope this never ends and we can keep talking forever and ever. And I
you.
look forward to part 2.
Thank you so much. Thank you.